My name is Perio, and I'm back with another Google Hangout. My 100-day personal fitness challenge is a wrap. It's in the books. 100 days in a row of physical activity in the area of fitness, running, working out, one of the two every day for 100 days in a row. I came, I saw, I conquered. It is done. Wow. So, back in March 9th, March 10th, I uh I challenged myself. I challenged myself to do a I challenged myself to my to a personal fitness challenge. It was personal for me, right? It's something that I challenged myself to do. So that makes it personal. It wasn't a challenge for anyone else. It was a challenge for me. And there was a reason behind the challenge, a couple different reasons, a matter of fact. Um, but the main reason was because I am striving every single day to get better as an endurance athlete. I have high expectations of myself. I have a very ambitious event schedule for 2020. And in order for me to pull as much talent, in order for me to get better, in order for me to grow and to be able to even keep up with my ambitious 2020 event calendar, I've got to get better I've got to get better as an athlete. And my reason for my 100-day personal fitness challenge was to incorporate some physical activity in my training because I lack discipline. Okay, I lack discipline in the area of physical fitness. When it comes to running, I can run at the drop of a dime. I can get up. I can go get it. Right? It's nothing, and I mean that it's nothing. But when it comes to the physical fitness part, I totally let myself down a lot, and I just don't follow through. I make the plans. I do not follow through most of the time, and I just continue to run. And in order for me to get better, in order for me to get faster, in order for me to get stronger, in order for me to grow, and in order for me again to even to even be able to deal with uh, this schedule that I'm putting forth for myself for 2020 is imperative that I become bigger, faster, and stronger, more lean, uh, just to strengthen my body as much as possible. So I need both. I can no longer just do cardio. I need the physical aspects as well. Thus, my 100-day personal fitness challenge. The goal was to spend half the week running and the other half being physical. But more importantly, it was an opportunity to incorporate physical fitness into my lifestyle and have it be a part of what I do ongoing, infinitely, pardon me, for the rest of my athletic career. I'm going to need to do this for the rest of my athletic career. So this is why I chose 100 days, which which is a lengthy time frame. I mean, if you think about it, there's 365 days in a year. 365 divided by 3, it's about 120, 121 and a third or a half or whatever. It's about 121, 122 days. So about a third of the year, just below a third of the year, maybe even just below a third, just above a quarter. I mean, I was physically active. So I wanted to have somewhat of a lengthy challenge period so that when the challenge was over, and it's over now, that is something that is ingrained in me. I've created a habit. I've created a habit of the physical activity. Now, we don't know that yet, right? Time has to go by now that it's over. But I know that it has created a habit, and I've even made some plans and some adjustments to my schedule, making sure that I get this stuff done, and I get these workouts in. And it has caused me to change my approach overall. It has caused me to change my approach overall in my training. So just a tremendous help it was for me to do my 100-day personal fitness challenge. It was huge. And I'm not going to stop. I mean, the consistency of doing something every single day for 100 days, it doesn't make sense for me to stop or to take a break. It just doesn't make sense. So I am going to continue to do something every single day in the area of fitness and physical activity every single day. And that will include the physical stuff too. It will not just be me going out for a run every day, although that would satisfy me more. I'm not going to do that. I have incorporated physical fitness into my fitness regimen. I stopped by every once in a while and just kind of did some did some updates on some things that I learned along the way. Some lessons, some different areas that I improved on, or some things that I figured out. Some conversations that I had, and I want to kind of talk about 1, 2, or maybe 3 of those, during this hangout. And one that really sticks out is the excuses people have. And listen, I know that life will cause a person to have an excuse. Okay? I know that life will cause a person to have an excuse. And that person, or when it happens, it doesn't feel like an excuse because it's not a lie. For example, a person says, I can't do that. And I'm just going to use my fitness, my 100-day fitness, personal fitness challenge as an example, because I had conversations with people along the way. There were people kind of following me on social media, Perio333 on Instagram, Perio_333 on Twitter, and I have a Facebook page. Perio333 is my Facebook page. And I had multiple interactions with people during my 100-day personal fitness challenge. And oh man, the excuses. So one in general, like I was about to say, was I can't do that. Like there's no way I would be able to do something physical, something, to contribute to my fitness or my health physically every day for 100 days. I mean, I have kids. I have family at home. I have to do this, that, and the third. Here's the thing. Your excuses, and I did a video on this on YouTube, and I did a Instagram post. Your excuses will destroy you. Okay? Your excuses will destroy you. Because there is no one that has ever done anything of significance. Right? And I'm just talking about a 100-day personal fitness challenge. That's not like I didn't create anything. You feel me? I didn't do anything. It's not a new app. It's not something that's going to change people's lives. I'm just talking about a simple task that you challenge yourself to complete. And even with something so small, so simple, people have all of these different excuses. Right? But what I was able to say as a result of doing my 100-day personal fitness challenge was, okay, I completely understand that life happens every single day. I understand life happens every day. But here's the thing. Here's what I did to guarantee myself that I would be able to execute my 100-day personal fitness challenge. There was one rule. That rule was you have to do something every single day. No minimums, no maximums, something. For example, you could do one push-up. You could wake up in the morning, drop down next to your bed, pump out a push-up. One. Done. Something in the area of physical activity. You've completed your task for the day. Go to work, get your kids ready, do whatever you do. You could do that. You could do 1,000. You could run 1 mile. You could walk half a mile. You could walk a quarter of a mile. You could run a full marathon in a day. You have taken care of business. You have executed your day in the area of physical fitness. Now, did I ever do something so small? I did not. But what I did do is set the rule to where I could accomplish and overachieve on the task. I overachieved every single day. On day 100, I did 8.5 miles. I did 8.5. Throughout the entire challenge, I averaged probably about 8 miles per run. Sometimes more, most of the time. Well, sometimes more, sometimes less, most of the times more. Very seldom did I do less than 8 miles. And if I did less than 8 miles, it was definitely no less than 6, no less than a 10K. That's a fact. And when it comes to the fitness part, I kind of had a system that I set up. And the reason why I set it up this way is because I know or I knew that it's something that I am growing into. It's something that I am going to make a part of my everyday life. So I don't have to be in a rush to to get actual physical results, because those are coming. I just wanted to get in the routine, in the practice, in the habit of physical activity, workouts, not just running, not just cardio, but muscle building, toning up, getting the body right, getting the body nice and lean, stronger, which is going to create speed, mixed with the cardio that's created stamina, the healthy diet that's giving me energy. It's a recipe for success. It's a recipe for success. So the way that I set it up was I did lots of push-ups, body squats, planks, setups, ab workouts, things of that nature. Mostly 3 days a week, sometimes 4. When I did 4 days, when I did a physical workout 4 days a week, I usually ran and worked out at least one of those days in a week. But definitely 3 days a week physical, 4 days a week running. And on the physical, on day 1, I did a set of 3. Okay, a set of 3. No, I take that back. I did 10 push-ups. This is day 1. 10 push-ups, 10-second planks. Everything intense. Everything intense. 10 push-ups, 10-second planks, 10 body squats. Now, 10 body squats, 10 body squats, and a couple more different exercises on day 1. From day 1 to day 24, that's what I did. On day 25, everything was increased to 25 reps. 25 seconds on the planks. Day 50, everything was increased to 50 reps. Okay. 75 reps. Now we're at 100. We're going 100 reps on every single thing. And we're going to continue to go up in the number, continue to maximize how we're increasing in increments. Our body is adjusted to the amount of work that we're putting in. And again, I'm thinking big picture. I'm thinking long term. I'm looking ahead. I'm not looking for immediate results. I'm looking to overachieve. And this is why you got to keep in mind, I am not the physical workout guy. So this for me works for overachieving and for making this a part of my lifestyle and to incrementally get up in some high numbers, to build some real muscle, some real strength, get my core right, and to really feel and see and feel the effects when I'm out on the battlefield. Right? This is why I did what I did. And this is what people who talk about not having time, this is one of the answers to that. This is one of the things that they can do as well. Another thing that you may want to add on to that, if you really want to get things done, you got to make adjustments, because everybody who's done anything has had to make adjustments. You know, some of the most successful people, they don't have families. I mean, that's really absurd, really. You know, that's really ridiculous that someone would even have any excuse. I mean, I get it. It's easy to do, again, because it doesn't sound like an excuse. It feels like the truth. Yo, I'm telling the truth. You're not lying. but your excuses will destroy you. That's a fact. Your excuses will destroy you. Okay? Waking up earlier than I normally wake up. Now, I don't have small kids in my house, in my place, right? My children are not small, right? So I don't have that. And I do understand that that is something that needs to be overcame, but it can be overcame. And one way to overcome such things is if you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning to get your kids out to school, wake up at 6. Get up earlier. Get up earlier. Stay up later. Whatever it takes. It's like playing football, right? On the football team, quarterback is in the huddle, calls a play. Ready, break. You break the huddle and you walk up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes a look at the defense. Wait a minute. We called this play and we got the defensive end on the right side. He's in close. Well, my fullback was about to get the ball going right at him. That's not going to really work out because he's gonna sniff that out right away. Maybe even tackle my fullback for a loss. So the quarterback says he calls an audible on the line of scrimmage. The team knows this. The team knows this because they've practiced this. The team knows. So he says he uses a word that everybody knows, everybody can identify with this word, and it changes the play to go to the other side. White change, blue change, something they say. So sometimes life requires you to call an audible. You have to do that sometimes. So wake up earlier, stay up later. Call an audible. Find a way. Find a way. Do not let your excuses destroy you just because they sound they're reasonable, they're rational. You're not lying. Everything inside of you feels good when you not feels good, but it feels like it's right. It's true. No, it's true. I can't. There's no way I could do that. I have kids. I have 2 jobs, or I have whatever. Figure out a way, because that's what we can do. We're human people, human beings. We can do just anything, actually. So, your excuses will absolutely destroy you, because and listen, think about it like this as well. People people will you can there's always a reason why you can't do something. There's always a reason why you can't do something. You can always say something. But you win when you don't let anything hold you back. That's when you win. Now, I understand that in order to understand that, in order to decipher that, in order to take that in, you have to feel that way. You have to feel that way. I don't know if someone can just talk and make a person feel that way. It almost has to be in you, and it is in a lot of people. And a lot of people make the adjustments and they go on with their lives. But for those people that may not innately have it in them, I'll just say dig deep. Dig deep and find like your inner quarterback and start calling audibles. You can make it work. Your family don't have to be affected. Your job doesn't have to be affected. If there's something that you want to do, you can find the time, a few minutes a day, to make it happen. And again, it does not have to be a fitness challenge. It could be anything. People, very smart people, very smart human beings who thrive in the classroom. The classroom is their happy place, right? And for whatever reason, when you're becoming an adult and you get off into this mean, this cold world, and the world will beat you. I mean, your dream. Are you kidding me? Hopes and dreams, like we lose those a lot of times. We lose those real early. We lose hopes and dreams real early. Find a way. Find a way. Whatever makes you happy. Some people, it's a job. I don't know. Find your inner quarterback, man. Call audibles. Make it work. You don't have to break up your household to do some of the things that your heart desires for you to do. Listen, if you're not doing something that feels really, really good to do, like if you're waking up every day, you're going to work, and you're working a job that you really don't like. I mean, you like the people, maybe. Maybe you like a few of your coworkers or whatever. But at the end of the day, you feel like, you know what? I need to be doing something else. And you know what that something else is, right? So you go to work, you work on this job. You don't really like the job. And then you go home, and you've been on this job, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years in some cases, and you really don't like it at this point. And you go home, you have a routine once you get there. Maybe you cook, maybe you don't. I don't know, whatever the routine is. That routine then rounds out at about 8, 9 o'clock when you get the kids to bed. You catch a couple of hours of TV. And then you wake up the next morning and you repeat that process. What is that? What the fuck? I mean, you know what I mean? What kind of life is that? And people feel like, listen, I'm surviving. And what more can you ask for? Well, what you can ask for is to do what you really want to do. You don't even have to ask for it. You can just do it, make it happen. And that's what can happen if you don't let your decisions destroy you. You can do whatever you want to do. So, that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I learned along the way, that I kind of picked up on, just through interactions with some people, like I said, that got behind me, and I appreciate it. I absolutely appreciate it for the few people that reached out and that that was pushing me along the way, and even willing to have these conversations where they were putting themselves in a vulnerable place, I guess, by communicating to another person why they weren't able to do what they wanted to do. Some people won't even do that. You don't want to talk about it and try to find a solution, solution with it. So I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Reaching out and having an opportunity to have these conversations. And what I'm saying now is what I said to the people that reached out. So I'm not doing anything foul. I'm just reiterating that your excuses will will absolutely destroy you. So another thing, moving on, another thing uh, that I found to be a major key. I did a video on this one as well, like DJ Khaled, major key in quotes. Keep showing up when others would quit. Yo, show up every day. Show up every day. I live downtown. I apologize. Show up every day. You know, show up every single day when other people would not show up. Because listen, what you'll find is that people want to do what's in their heart to do, or what's on their mind to do, or what they have a passion to do. They want to do it. They want to. But what you'll also find is someone gets started. Someone does something, they get started. Let's say, we'll put it like this. We'll say step 1 through step 10. And this is somebody's goal is to like complete step 1 through 10. A lot of the times, a person will get motivated to do something. And this is why I think motivation is, I don't know, you get and lose motivation so quickly. It's like, yo, you really have to feel it inside. But anyway, step 1, you're really excited. Well, this person's really excited, and they show up just from adrenaline. They show up and they're ready to go. Step 1, and they get step 1 done. And they've had to get out of their comfort zone a little bit, so the body's a little achy, or you had to think a lot, so you gotta, maybe not a headache, but you just, whoa, wow, that was exhilarating. That first day, you're kind of tired, or your mind's racing, or whatever it is. Okay. Step two, it's a little less motivating, because you've had an opportunity to think about step 1, and you slept step 1 off, and step 2, it's time for step 2, and you go, right? You show up, but it's certain things you're not looking forward to. They're coming, and your effort starts to wane. And I mean, we're talking about step 2 out of 10 steps, and people are already starting to say, I don't know if I'm showing up for step 3. People, it doesn't take a long time for a person just to be like, look, you know what? I don't mind my life the way it was. I don't mind how my life is. My life is fine. I don't really need this. Right? I don't really need this. And I would say, if you took 10 people, and there's no science behind this. I don't know. The real numbers, but I'm gonna throw this out there. This is me. This is my math. So out of 10 people that's getting ready to complete step 1 through 10. This is step 1 through 10 is a thing. Like, let's say step 1 through 10 it's a degree, or it's a competition, and it's called step 1 through 10. And you have to go through all 10 steps to get it, to win it, to finish it, or whatever. Out of the 10 people, we'll use 100 for a bigger number. Let's round it off to 100. Out of 100 people, 85 of those people, they don't even have any business being there. They shouldn't even be there. Right? They should not even be there. They will not last. Not one of the 85 will last further than step 3. Done at step 3. So you got 15 people left already, and you're on step 4. Because 85% of the ones that were there, they had no business there. Right? You got 15 people left. Out of those 15 people, 10 of them, they're really good. They're really, really good. I mean, they got through step 8. Few of them even got to step 9. Right? A couple of them even got to step 9. They help people. They help part of that 85% get a little further. You know, a lot of them helped part of the 85% get to step 4 before they just finally fell off. And we were lucky to have them. They carried basically the team. Now, 4 of the 5 left are superheroes. Like they're incredible. Unbelievable. And they showed up every day. They showed up every day. Now, broken, beaten, and you could see the effects that step 1 through 10 had on them, carrying other people, being burdened with a lion's share of the load, but they made it through. And then there's that one person left. There's that one person left that he's bringing people with him. And he's in good spirits. He's a warrior. Whatever it is he's doing, he's built for it. And he shows up every single day. Right? So you want to mimic that last 5%. And you want to show up every day when other people wouldn't. You want to show up every day when others wouldn't. Right? So in reference to my 100-day personal fitness challenge, were there days that I wanted to not show up? The average time that I woke up to make sure that my physical activity was done every day, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. That's the average time. 3 days a week, 2:15. The other 4 days a week, 3:15. So give or take a few minutes, 3, 2:45, something like that, on average, waking up. So it's easy to say, or it's a simple thing when I say there were times when I didn't want to get up, of course. But did I get up? Of course I got up, because I'm the type of person that shows up when other people don't show up. I'm that type of person. Like that's just in me, innately in me. I get it done. Right? That's just that. But I don't always want to. I mean, I am a human person. Although I've got some human in me. I'm really not human. I do have some human traits. Right. So I show up, and I'm not just saying that I did every day for 100 days in a row. I mean, it's not really a simple task, right? To do that, it's not really easy. You know, it's not an easy thing. You could say, a person could say that it's easy, but it's not. It's not a simple task to do something and to wake up when the world is asleep. Now, this is me not just talking about waking up earlier. This is me doing it and then me communicating to others. You can do this. And I'm not just, you know, it's not like I don't do it. The reason why I can talk about it, the reason why I can suggest that a person does it is because I did it. I did it. That's why I can suggest that a person does it. Because I did it. So I'm a big believer in showing up when others would quit. I think it puts a person at an advantage because you can always count on people to quit. People quit. It takes a special person not to quit most of the time. Because between step 1 and step 10, it's that time in the middle when you're trying to get to step 10. Like step 1, you're really excited. It's easy. It's easy to show up for step 1. Step 1, you got so much adrenaline pumping and you're ready to go. There's a lot of excitement there. So it's just that excitement of being challenged or challenging yourself or whatever. It's there. Right? But then step 3, step 4, step 5. It's that time in the middle that is a killer. The time in the middle is a dream killer, and I should have did a video on that. I have did a video on that in the past. It's been a long time ago, but I have a video, right, that talks about the time in the middle, in the meantime, and in between time. Because nobody cares about the middle, right? You have an idea, you have something that you want to try, something that you want to do, and you talk to people about it, and they love it. Yeah, you should do it. I mean, it's an exciting time. You make an announcement. It's you know, it's just that part of the process that people really like to be involved with. The start. They cheer you on. You know, they get it's a time for celebration of sorts. People enjoy participating in that. It's fun to be a part of. And then step 10. You get to step 10, it's another celebration. Wow. He did it. She did it. That's awesome. Tell me all about it. Look, you was at on step 8, step 7, step 6. Nobody cares about those steps. Nobody cares about step 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Who cares? People like the start and the end. It's that time in the middle when you're tired, you're broken, you've gone through certain things, you know, and nobody wants to hear about that part. People don't care about that. And people stop showing up. People who are involved, they'll stop showing up. It's real easy to get people to cheer you on when it's just an idea. It's real easy to get people to cheer you. Definitely easy to get people to cheer you on when you have accomplished it, when you completed it, when you executed, and you stood the test of time, and you weathered the storms. Yeah, it's real easy to get people to be like, "Yo, I was pulling for you the whole time." Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, where were you at in step 7? When I was crying at home, like didn't know what to do, paper due. I got kids I got to take care of. Couldn't call nobody. Couldn't get a moment by myself, so I had to stay up late. I mean, nobody's there in the middle. Nobody cares about the middle. But it's those people who keep showing up, who do battle with the middle. You battle with that time in the middle. It gets lonely sometimes with that time in the middle. It's not a happy place a lot of the times. It's not a happy place a lot of the times. It's not. So be one of those people who shows up in between time and in the meantime when other people will not show up. Show up in that time in the middle when you're in the thick of it, knee deep in it. Step 5, halfway through. And you feel like you're walking in quicksand. You hit the wall, so to speak. It's tough, but show up still. Half the battle is showing up, man. Half the battle is showing up. So that was another kind of a lesson that I pulled from it, and I did a video on that one as well. Just showing up when others would not. Moving on, and a really good segue for that last section of showing up when others would not, and talking about that in the meantime, and in between time, that time in the middle. On the other side of pain is a promise. On the other side of pain is a promise. So when you in that middle, when you in the meantime and in between time, when you're on stages 4, 5, 6, 7, when you're in the thick of it, knee deep in it, or you've hit that wall, so to speak, and your legs hurt, and your elbows hurt, and your forearms and your toes and your fingers, your ears, your hair follicles. I mean, it's that time where whatever you're doing, where it's overwhelming. You're starting to lose confidence, but you're showing up. But it hurt. It hurt, It's you're in the thick of it. Listen, on the other side of that, it is a promise, and I'm not kidding. There's a promise, and the promise is, and this is in life, period. This is in life, period. The promise is, if you make it through this, if you weather this storm, if you show up when others would not, even though you want to ring the bell, you want to quit, you want to tap out, but you refuse to. The promise that will be fulfilled is, just like there was pain, intense pain in some form or another, it will be the exact opposite when you come out on the other side. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the victory. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the victory. The bigger the sacrifice, the more painful, the more work that's going to be required. The more work that's going to be required. There's going to be work required. And that's to say you're going to end up doing more and you're going to reap more rewards, for lack of a better word. It's like when you're in pain, you're planting seeds. Your seeds, your pain is seeds. We'll look at it like that. Your pain is seeds. All the pain that you have, those are seeds. And you can't get so frustrated that you quit. You can't get so frustrated. You can't be in so much pain that you quit something that you started. So you continue to plant your seeds. And what I mean by that is you continue to do what it is you're doing. You continue to do what it is you're doing, and the more seeds you plant, the bigger your harvest. On the other side of pain is a promise. And your pain are your seeds. And I promise you, you plant those seeds on the other side, there's a harvest. On the other side, there's a harvest. And that is a guarantee. That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's the promise. And that's the promise. I like how I put that myself. That's very well said, Pario. Well, thank you so much. Now we're gonna move. We're moving on again. And it's not the weather. It's not too late. You're not too busy. You have time. Lace up and run. What am I talking about? I'm kind of back on the excuses, but this is another thing that I felt the need to discuss. Again, I did a video on this, and this is the title of the video. It's not the weather. It's not too late. You're not too busy. You have time. Lace up and run. And the reason why I did that video, and the reason why I equate this with my 100-day personal fitness challenge is because of interaction. I'm interacting with people. And on this day, these are some of the things the person said. These are some of the things they said. They said they were talking about the weather, where they live at. This was online. This was done online. This communication was online. They were talking about the weather where they live at. They were mentioning their age. Talked about how they were too busy, and just couldn't find the time. Just could not find the time. And I'm like, listen, it's not the weather. It's not too late. That's pretty ridiculous. The whole "it's too late" thing. That's absurd. You're not too busy. You're no busier than anyone else. Everyone has things to do. We all have that 24, right? No one has 28 hours in a day. You could be rich. You still can't buy another 4 hours for the day. You have to use the 24. Okay, just like everybody else. And you do have time. Lace up and go. This person wanted this what they were saying. They wanted to become, to get more active, and what they wanted to do to be more active was to run. They wanted to run. I was getting ready to say run more, but it wouldn't be running more. They don't run right now. Like they want to get into it. And it's like, yo, where I live at in the wintertime, it's really cold and da da da. And listen, man, it's not the weather. It's not the weather, because here's the thing. As a runner, and I am a runner, you take the sport of running on. If you become a runner, if you take that activity on, it's very difficult to let anything stop you. That's how running takes over a person. Running literally takes you over. It takes over your mind. It takes like your body wants to run. It's almost like a drug. I don't know. It really does. It takes a lot to not want to run all the time. So it's not the weather. I mean, in Vegas, like the summers are as hot as the winters are cold in some places, if you feel me on that. And it gets hot. So in the summertime, do I say, I'm just not going to run? Do I say I'm just not going to run because it's hot? No, that's crazy. Of course not. I wake up earlier. Get out there and get it done when it's not hot. When it's not, well, it's hot no matter what time it is, but when the sun's not out. Get up and get it done, man. Go at night. I used to go at night. I like to run early in the morning now. Now I can go at night. But I like to get it. I like to get like meaningful runs done for training. I like to get those done in the morning time. Fresh legs out the bed, put my stuff on, get out the door and get my run on. You feel me? That's what I like. So that's what I do. It's very, very ignorant, and I use the word ignorant Okay, I'm back. I had my phone rang, and it turned my computer on. Anyway, as I was saying, once you get into it, running, I mean, it's something that it kind of takes you over. It really does. So at the end of the day, the weather. The person talks about the weather. It's too late. It's just they're all excuses. They're all excuses. So, in conclusion, wrapping it up, because I was just thrown off completely by the distraction there. My 100-day personal fitness challenge, it really put me on to a lot of I mean, I could go through multiple posts, multiple videos that I did along the way. But I completed the challenge. I've learned that when I challenge myself, it creates shifts in my life. I feel like that has happened yet again. We have yet to see that has happened. We're just one day out from me completing my task. But nonetheless, it is complete. It is over. It is a wrap. I did that. All right. I did that. And I'm going to continue to keep the streak alive. I'm going to continue to keep the streak alive by doing something every single day. I'm going to continue to keep the streak alive by doing something every single day. I have a number in mind. As to how many days in a row that I'm shooting for now. I have a number in mind. Once I decide that is indeed the number, I'm going to do a video on that as well. But in the meantime, my 100-day personal fitness challenge, it's a wrap. It's done. I did that. It was enlightening. I got better. And there's more to come. More to come on this journey. This journey that ultimately is going to take me to the completion of the marathon majors, which is a total of 6 marathons throughout the world, 3 being domestic, 3 being abroad. And I'll get more and more into that as the process goes on. But that's what we're doing. We're getting in shape. We're fine tuning, and we're gonna get after it. So, my 100-day personal fitness challenge is a wrap. It's over. I did that. I'm coming back. I'm keeping the streak alive. I got a number in mind, which I'll come back and let you know. But anyway, my name is Pario. My channel, Pario333. Restore, reinvent, reintroduce. Restore order in your life, reinvent yourself, and reintroduce yourself to the world. Restore order in your life, reinvent yourself, and reintroduce yourself to the world. It's never too late. It's never too late. And don't let your excuses destroy you. Restore order in your life. If it's something that a person wants to do, a good start to restore order is to sit down and think of a challenge for yourself. Challenge yourself. Don't wait until the world challenges you. Don't wait until you're in a position to where you have to do something. Challenge yourself. Restore order in your life. Bring order back to your life. We go through things. It happens. My phone just rang, messed up my live, messed up my hangout. But I'm back now. I had to bring it back. Right? Restore order in your life. Bring the order back. Clear your head. Reinvent yourself. You're a human being. You can literally reinvent yourself overnight. As soon as you decide that's what you want to do. Reinvent yourself. Become the person that you want to become. Over time, we lose track of dreams and all that stuff. And I know it sounds cliche-ish, but it's real. It's real. Reinvent yourself and then reintroduce yourself to the world and keep repeating that throughout the rest of your life. Perio 333. Restore, reinvent, reintroduce. Out.